Peace, y'all. Rootsman Fender. It's a blessing to be here with my brother Vaughn, and I'm pretty much all about holistic health as well as my brother, my sensei, and also music and entertainment in general. Got into holistic health recently, actually, about 3-4 years ago. Really off of listening to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and he said something so profound and so powerful when he was talking about How to Eat to Live by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Talking about basically, if you can control what you put on your mouth, if you can control your tongue, you can control everything else. And then off of that, I'm like, wow, let me try this fasting thing. Fasting was like out there for me. I would have never thought I would be fasting.
You know what? As a matter of fact, share them. You were on your 3rd day dry fast, right?
Listen.
Yeah, share them your experience with the dry fast.
Yeah, this is my 4th time doing a 3-day dry fast, and I tell you, it's like I have this energy, but it's a different kind of energy. It's not energy that you can get in this world. It's energy that comes from the Most High. And as you're releasing, you're detoxifying, you really do feel that weight. You start to feel that weight being lifted. It's not just that physical waste that you're losing. It's that mental and that spiritual as well. It's a holistic thing. And so I'm very grateful just for this practice in general, because I've gained so much clarity. I've been able to discipline myself in a way that's been like, all right, like if you see a big old plate of food, you don't have to eat it all. Or you don't even have to eat it at all. You don't got to touch it. It's interesting because we went into a restaurant. My brothers,
today, right?
yeah, my brothers was breaking their fast, and I'm just watching them, and I'm like, nah, I know I got this wet cupping session coming up, and this is my first time doing wet cupping. Me and brother Vaughn did a dry cupping session, which that took me out. Like that.
As a matter of fact, yeah, when we finished the session, he was asleep, and I just put his shirt over him and left him, and you slept for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
so like a couple of more hours after that.
I woke up at 5 in the a.m.
And we started. Oh, you went. Oh.
I woke up at 5 a.m. Like,
so you went from like daytime in one day, so you went all the way through the rest of the day, night.
Our session was a late night session.
It was not. Okay, well, you know what it was. I'm so used to doing self-care Sunday in the daytime.
Right, and we had that other session where brother is also a master teacher. He was giving me a massage lesson, and I'm like, oh wow, people, the ladies have always told me I'm good with the hands, but like, nah, he broke the technique down. So I'm very grateful for my sensei and my older god brother Vaughn. So I mean, I would love for you to just explain to the people and explain to myself. All right, so I did this 3-day dry fast. I'm about to get the wet cup in. Why is it better to fast into it? And then what are the benefits? Like, what is actually happening?
Awesome. So thank you for sharing that, right? Not to sound so cliche, but literally thank you for sharing that for them, because the people do need to hear that dry fasting is like, you can do it.
Right.
You can actually do it. It is obtainable. You can go through days being around people who's eating, but you can keep that assurance like, okay, I got this. Even though I'm craving that or smelling that, I got this. So thank you for sharing that with them, So the benefits of fasting first. See, fasting exposes you. Fasting exposes if you're healthy, or fasting exposes if something is wrong with you. So, for example, if you're doing a dry fast and you start to get chest pains, which some people have gotten chest pains leading up to their wet cupping session, I told them, you know what, go eat, lay down, relax, and do your dry fast another time, because the fasting is exposing that you have issues to deal with. So before actually getting on the table, let the fasting, not the fasting itself, but during the fast, the body gets a chance to actually heal its own self. So I've had people who've actually done a 72-hour fast, start a 72-hour fast, and mucus kept coming up, and they started getting back pains and headaches. No, I don't want to see you, because don't bring that around me. Let your body go heal itself. So now go eat and go do your fast all over again, because you want to go through a smooth 72-hour fast. So your body is letting you know, okay, I'm ready for the wet cupping session. Because you don't want to do a wet cupping session while you're going through so much traumatic experience, where your body's trying to get rid of so much toxins that now you take stuff out and you're so weak that you can't even do anything afterwards. So you see how you're sitting upright right now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I got all the energy.
All the energy.
Right.
So now, during the fast, a really strong fast, your body is able to, as the whole world knows, the cells get a chance to kill viruses. The cells get a chance to kill diseases. The cells get a chance to cleanse the body. But then there's other cells that come out only when you're fasting. that come out to rebuild the body. So there are cells that are actually laid dormant every time you eat. So the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that if you want a spiritual fast, if you want to get spiritual, do a 3-day fast. And Prophet Muhammad, in the Minutes of the Prophet from 1400 years ago approximately, he said when nothing else works to heal or cleanse the body, use hijama, which is the Arabic name for wet cupping. So in the United States, living in New York City, living under a smog,
That's fine.
chemtrails coming down, gas coming out of exhaust pipes in vehicles, living in an environment where like radiation,
Yeah.
byproducts in foods that's not supposed to be in the food, that's going into the system, conversations with people, relationships that's toxic, eating food you don't even know where it's coming from, dealing with people that you love, I don't want to be around. All that the body records, the liver records it. As a matter of fact, somebody told me, a radiologist told me, she said when she looked at the x-rays of different people, she said a 30-something-year-old will have a bone structure of an 80-something-year-old because of their lifestyle in New York City.
Wow.
So the body is designed. So in other words, before I go into that, it is disrespectful for God to create something and be so weak. No, it is definitely an honor to be in such a body where you give it its own opportunity to be self-sufficient. Because God is independent. God is self-sufficient. So He made us in the image of Himself. The body can be independent.
Wow.
So the bone marrow is a factory where it creates new cells, new stem cells. So on the third day, why you feel so up? Because your body actually created new stem cells. And when people go out to go buy and put on them, your body created it.
That is amazing.
So stem cells can reduplicate or replicate any other cell in the body, and that's why the healing happens. It healed it. No, it rebuilt you.
Right.
Because if you have nothing wrong with you, it just rebuilt you and made you younger again. And the body got a chance to remove toxins. So the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, every 72 hours, the body gets a chance to remove the toxins from the last meal that you ate. So if you eat more than once a day, you probably you added more disease and toxins to the system. So that's why a dry fast is recommended. So they call it dry fast. Okay. But fasting, period, from everything is recommended so that the body can remove the toxins. So going into wet cupping, now that the fasting has, the liver and the kidneys have pushed toxins and uprooted it from the body and pushed it towards the skin, capillary veins, similar to the veins in the lungs. Now the wet cupping can pull out the damaged tissue, can pull out the toxins, the heavy metals, the secondhand smoke, the byproducts from food.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? The chemtrails that's in the air, the tap water, the food that we eat from, we don't even know where it's coming from. Everything is recorded by the body, but now the body gets a chance to do what it needs to do on its own by our DNA, and then remove and push everything out.
Wow.
So that's why the skin clears. That's why you get light, because toxin disease is very heavy on the body.
Yeah, it's very interesting when people get sick.
Yeah.
And
they feel heavy.
And they feel like they don't want to eat.
Right.
Because that body is literally trying to regenerate, using that energy to be like, shut down the digestive system.
And the reason why people get sick because they put too much toxins in there. Right. From the food. So he also even said, to close out, he even said, even if you eat healthy food more than once a day, you feed disease. Wow. So 1 meal a day, or 1 meal every 48, or 1 meal every 72, with absolutely nothing in between. But he says in the book of How to Eat to Live, you can, in capital letters, you can invite water, you can invite coffee, but you don't need it. So we're going to cut right here, right? And then we're going to move forward with his wake up session, because he do need to eat it, and he got his coconut, and he got his coconut water, and he's ready to put it down. Yeah. So also too, wet cupping will actually prevent him from getting sick in the future, from getting viruses in the future, and from whatever else that he's been carrying for. How old are you now?
28.
So for whatever he's been carrying for the last 28 years will actually be removed from his system. Peace.
I love that. Peace, y'all. Man, today is paradise. Yeah, I'm very excited, especially from last time, because that dry session, just like I said, that dry cupping session alone, like, I felt so much like come out when I woke up from it. Hours later, I was like, oh, like I literally like took off like 12 pounds, but don't. Yeah. Very loose, very energetic.
And because you dry fasting, you don't have to keep them up there long. Your body's like, oh, that's where they want us to go? Let's go there. The cells. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing anything. But and that's the thing about fasting too. Certain cells start right there. They literally, because if they don't have anything to do, they start working right there in the spot that they're working on. They don't have to travel to go get the food here, this nutrient there, you know? And you'll notice that more. I'm sure you notice that when you eat, it's like your body shuts down.
Word, yeah.
Okay, so they all raced to the stomach and left what they was doing behind. Yes. That's it.
So why is it usually done on the back, like as opposed to the front?
Good question. Because this is the central nervous system where everything is connected to. You see, so being that everything's connected, everything has to travel here. So you pull here, the organs are here, but here, this central nervous system, everything has to travel here. So you clean this area up here, now the messages from the brain going down to sending messages to the spine is more clear. For the communication between cells and the neurons in the nervous system.
Yeah, I feel them, right?
Feel relief?
Breathing from my back.
Oh, nice, right?
Yeah. Feels beautiful. We got some blood. We got blood.
No, I didn't do the second part yet.
Oh.
I gotta use a blade.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta use a blade to do those small incisions. Yeah. That was the dry cupping gets it ready. Ready? Yeah, it feels like little scratches. I got a couple clients who are addicted to this because they like the feeling of this and the feeling afterwards as well.
It does feel good.
Honestly, very therapeutic too. At some point, I literally had to stop myself, like, yo, Vaughn, stop wet cupping, stop. 'Cause I did it for 3 years straight. No, now 4 years straight. But the 4th year was more like, all right, no, this area, like I would do one area. I wouldn't choose like a mass, like a big area. It would be like 1 or 2 small. But the first 2-3 years, I went very, very, very consistent, very hard, and I got rid of my glasses. My vision got 20/20.
That's amazing.
Because it cleans out the toxins. It gives so you could do your head too. You could do your neck. You could do your face. How you do your head is you don't have to cut it. You just get honey. For you would just have to need a lot of honey. Put the cup up there, do some small incisions, and you're good to go. And the honey washes out. Just pure shampoo and water, just as fast.
That's beautiful.
I did a lot of women. That's why I did like 3 women. Yeah. Everybody's tickle spot is always on this left side here. And I find it to be very consistent because this is the last spot where fecal matter has to go out the last pipe and out. So it's a lot of tension in the intestinal tract. So a lot of times when we have problems on the outside, it's really because of the inside. Unless somebody hit you from the outside, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's interesting. How everything just, the anatomy of the body is powerful.
Literally.
amazing, y'all.
Wait a minute, how you feel?
Amazing.
Awesome.
Definitely feeling so much of that tension I didn't even know I had, but it was such a releasing thing.
Wait till you get up though, bro. Wait till you get up. That's gonna be a whew. What the? You know, that's gonna be the. Oh my gosh, it feels. Oh man. So we're coming to a closing, guys. So there's nothing wrong with his blood at all. It wasn't dark at all, because dark blood states that you have toxicity or stagnant blood. But all the blood does is it coagulates into this right here. See that right there? It coagulates there. Oh, C-Moss, what's up, man? Next time you do your fast, but you gotta do a water or a tea or a dry fast, and then we get your wet cupping going on.
It's definitely worth it, brother.
Oh no, he knows. He's been getting dry cupping. He's just gonna do his dry fast.
Word.
Yeah, or water or tea. Water or tea.
Yeah, I got my dry cupping last time. But this time, oh man.
Excellent. Like Mortal Kombat?
Haha. So even after fasting and you see people who have, toxic blood, what are some things you recommend, like coming back for more sessions?
So that's if they excuse me. Definitely more sessions. But they have to change their lifestyle. You gotta change your lifestyle. You have to. After wet cupping, you have to go like vegan or vegetarian to really benefit from wet cupping, because then it's open season. You know what I'm saying? Open season, it's like the cops coming to remove everybody from off the block, off the street. But then the cops leave, and then the people come right back. Even worse. They come back stronger, knowing that the police gonna come back. You know? So you go back to living the same exact lifestyle. It's open. So viruses, they love quality muscle tissue. Viruses and diseases, because it's like you seeing good fruit. You're gonna keep eating it. So viruses and diseases, they love a body that's healthy, because this is good tissue. This is good tissue. You see what I'm saying? That's why when people who are healthy get sick, and it's like, yo, how do you get sick so bad? Because you got good tissue for this disease or whatever to live in and eat.
That's interesting.
That's why people who are diseased, they just, how the hell you live so long? You still eating the same food? Because they just are just a walking problem. You know, so the body's like, oh, we know about this already.
Right.
So it's just a matter of time before you just dropped it.
And once they start fasting, like once they start doing that, they're gonna really feel the effects.
Exactly.
And they're gonna see, oh snap, I got a lot of toxins I'm releasing.
Exactly.
That's why even like the hardest part of disease is the healing process, because that's when the body's really working.
Exactly. Exactly. You didn't have a lot, bro. But you know what though? So he didn't have a lot, and I'm gonna tell you why. His body fat is real low, and he already has a clean diet. Because some people, the cups fill to the top.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's because too much meat, too much of something, an intense life, just build up in general. Somebody who lives a certain lifestyle. But also to people who are healthy and lift weights, they pumping all that blood to one area. That's the reason why the cups fill up as well too. Over years of just pushing blood to one area so intensely, and not fasting to allow the body to actually get a chance to clean itself out.
So even folks with like high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, like, you know, like, would you recommend for all types of diseases?
Yeah, all types, because I've had a lot of people who are diabetic, and more water came out than blood.
Wow.
Yeah. Diabetic means your blood vessels at the fingertips, like at the ending of your toes or fingertips, the blood is not coming back. So the body's holding on to water, trying to keep you alive.
Wow.
Yeah. I had one diabetic, half the cup filled with water. This size cup that you see, half the cup filled with water, bro.
Wow.
I was like, oh.
Wow. So who wouldn't you recommend cupping?
No, that's where the fasting would say. This is for everybody.
Mm.
That's why they can't put it in the hospital, because you would get rid of people's issues.
Mm.
Because think about it, you clean the body, right?
Mm.
And then you put in good food, and it does what? It gets rid of disease. The person goes home feeling extra good, and now they're not coming back. Oh, let's just get the wet cupping, doc. That's cheap.
Worry.
If everybody was getting it, shit, it should be $10 a session. If everybody was getting it,
Mm.
it'll come down to that. Was you just doing it in your home?
Mm.
Right there. That's the blood coagulated. So when the blood's like that, like a jello, it's coagulated inside the cup. That's all. Coagulation means the cells just combined together and got stuck. Simplest way to put it. So you can actually look up at this one. You can look at this one, but I'm gonna clean your back before you actually get up. Put it in the light.
That is, whoa.
You had no dark blood. All yours was like right there. So your blood's gonna get just a little bit lighter. Don't get lighter than any. Don't get light. But your blood's gonna get a little bit lighter as days, weeks, months go on. But you're on the healthy. No blood came out dark, in you. Not one.
Wow.
So you're dope, bro.
Oh wow.
You're dope. That's why you sing the way you sing, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get the
Pureness.
side and we're good. Okay.
Than't you, brother.
You welcome. Let me just change these gloves real quick.
Yeah, y'all. This has been so.
Yeah, share with them how you feel right now.
This has been so revitalizing in so many ways, because even during the fast, you know, it's like you get energy from different sources. Like when I walked into my brother Vaughn's hospital, his holistic center, like the plants were just singing to me, yo. You feel me? And it's like you're so much more connected with the things around you, the people around you. You feel energy in a different way. So even times where I was like catching myself being defensive on my fast, it's because I felt certain energy from certain people, and I was like, you know what? I need to make sure that I'm in proper just in a proper defense mode, to make sure that nothing is going to interfere with this spirit. And it really, once you discipline yourself, it's like you start to discipline the everything around you as well. We are gods, you know? And so I just feel so imbalanced, and I feel so connected as well. You know, somebody like my sensei, my older god, Brother Vaughn, it's like, you know, it's the opposite. You know, it's like there is no defenses, because you feel it in his spirit. You feel it on his fingertips. You feel it in his voice. He's really about the health of his people. You know, a lot of these healers out here, and they just really selling, you know, they selling fantasy. But I really, like, especially from doing the work, but even from this, like every time I get together with Brother Vaughn, it's just elevation. This right now is definitely something that, wow, right now my back is just vibrating, and I can't wait to get up and see how that feels and share that with y'all.
You can do that right now.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get up slow, right?
Yeah, take your time.
Whew.
Yeah, one of the cups had opened up before I could get to it, but that's okay. That happens sometimes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, the energy, it's like my pineal gland is.
It's vibrating?
Oh yeah.
Game over.
Bro, right here.
Right
it's
there.
Like, woo!
Right there. Right there.
Yo, this is amazing.
Right there.
This is amazing. Like all up right here. My brain is like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. It do what it do.
Yo, because and what you were talking about, the nervous system in the back.
Right.
Yeah, it is all connected, and especially right there beside the spine. And so now it's like the root and the crown. Because every time I do meditation, I always talk about the connecting that, and it's like, whoa, this was like something that I never felt on this. Whoa.
So after wet cupping session, it's good to hydrate with 100% natural fruits and juices. So tell them what you have in that cup.
So this is sugar cane juice, straight up sugar cane juice. And we was down the block and the brothers, had all of this. Yo, I want to say leading up to it, we went to this corner store and the energy was just not right. And I'm like, you know what, Vaughn, like I'd rather not drink if this is the case. And so we left. He's like, I know this fruit spot. Bro, they got a sugar cane press. And this is a natural sugar. It's nature's Gatorade, you feel me? Revitalizing and replenishing. You got, it's unlike water, which comes in the bottle and it's, traveling on these trucks. It's dead water. You feel me? So this is like nature's water, nature's Gatorade. It's living. You feel me? You got electrolytes. You got replenishing vitamins and minerals up in here. And it's straight up from the earth. The beautiful thing is too, to me, the beauty of it. My parents are from Jamaica, and our ancestors, they was in the cane fields, whereas a lot of people in the States, they was doing cotton. Now they was cutting cane. And who knew, not only would it be one of the greatest exports in general, in terms of sugar production all over the world, even though they're processing it, but once you have it in its natural state, this is healing things. This is healing. So I definitely recommend everybody get some sugar cane juice, especially if you're trying to sweeten those more bitter things. Like for example, if you want to make some sorrel, the best way to sweeten it is with the sugar cane juice. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers.